Life and death are two facets of the void. What I seek is not death, but the eternal peace of the soul. But before that, there are still many things I need to do. I must witness the end of the road to confirm that I've trodden the right path. Only by beholding the death's true visage can I grasp what it means. After that, I'll erase all the traces of my existence in the world. Since our ultimate fate is to fade into nothingness amid sin, why not place the blame of the entire land sin on one person? Let's take a gamble, and I'll be your accomplice. A person representing the collective will? I've never thought about such complex matters, but I'm certain that two heads are better than one, and there's strength in numbers. By standing together, we can be happier and stronger. So let us help you. That's the decision we've made, and also my wish. Lantern is me, more than lantern. I don't think any difference between myself and those who didn't survive. As long as I'm still breathing, I must play a part. I'm not interested in your suggestion. The only reason I'm here is because we're still in the same boat for now. I'll become your helper. I'll do it in my own way. Lantern won't vanish. As long as shadow lingers, there will always be someone in need of illumination. Save the world. I'm not superhero. Those morally driven ideals aren't for me. But you didn't expand the 7 shoes and delegate the counterfeits for the sake of your ideals, do you? The falling authority and dispersed companions, that's exactly what you want, right? Since I've accepted your invitation, I promise to spare no effort in helping you overcome this calamity. But if someday the balance made by falsehood crumbles like shattered glass, shattering into oblivion, well, I won't mind collecting some of its most precious shards. Glad to cooperate with you, my friend. Sorry, Master. Despite all your teachings and care, I still haven't made much progress. But I feel so honored and happy that you offered me to become one of the shoes. I still don't know what kind of ability the astral ring will grant me. Maybe it'll turn me into an unstoppable hero. I can't stop fantasizing about it. I know that my greatest trait is probably my mediocrity. Even if I wear a beautiful dress, I don't look like a princess. Even if I hold a hero's treasure, I'm still an ordinary person. I still want to help you somehow. Zhangqiu is my home. If I don't fight for it with my life, and if we can't protect it, I'll lose my hometown. Master, we'll definitely win with the help of the astral ring, right? We'll definitely win. Is that so? The past was still fresh in minds. Today's landscape feels like a repeat of yesterday's. They can't alter their destiny any more than they can change who they are. But they are still trying their best to change their fates because they fail to change themselves. Man proposes, but God disposes. But we've never journeyed this far just to follow heaven's will. Wisdom may plot against mortals, yet it cannot plot against destiny. However, a small crack of hope was made by us through century-old efforts and countless fights. Since the failure of the shadow binding, the sins we've committed in our defiance against heaven are already too numerous to tally. Since we've come so far already, One more sin won't make a difference, will it? It's still not over? Hold on, we can't be defeated. Are you exhausted? Leave them to me. When moths fly into a flame, are they hesitant to embrace the fire? No matter how fate may descend, and in whichever guise, we, Seven Shoes, admit to the crime of creating a deity. The ground is shaking. It seems they made it. What's this? Everyone, the rite of shaping is complete. The wheel of shadow will soon break free from its shell and awaken in a tangible form. At that time, the floating falsehood island in Langqiu will no longer continue floating in the sky. If we stay here, we may get hurt. Please follow me to a safer place, a place where we can further discuss our future plans. Okay. The original could feel their clone with the strongest feelings. However, when the person ultimately sacrifices themselves, their companions might think of this moment, recalling the brief fear in Songque's eyes. Regardless of what form the Wheel of Shadow takes, it will merely be a vessel with a mind, not the person whom it resembles. Although that may be the case, people on the spot should know that the Wheel of Shadow taking on the form of Songque is clearly related to the Rite of Tears. Yes, I know. I'm just very surprised. Let's not waste time here. Let's leave this place right now. Where are we going next? Amber Street is a good choice. It's high enough to evade the tremors of the Pool of Shadows. Let's head there. Exactly. I was thinking the same thing. If that shadow attacks ordinary people, we'll be able to rescue them. Exactly. You need to hurry up. Now the rite is complete. I'm sure you're quickly losing the power you gained from falsehood. Master, you all. I'm fine. It doesn't matter, so long as our plan progresses smoothly. For me, losing the shoe's power is like setting me free. I have enough power on my own to win the battle. Miss Lima, do you need my help? Little Ch, what did you say? Can you repeat it for me? Nothing. After you, after you. The Lima glanced at her disdainfully, and then turned around and laughed with Baiji and the others. Miss Songque, I want to tell you something. What's wrong, Sarah? I hope you won't mind. History is a grand gathering, and we're all guests. It never changes because of one person, and thus no one should be blamed for it. Sarah.
死啦！这是色姐姐的想法。
This is how Miss Lima thinks.
虽然色姐姐的
Though she
潜意识
doesn't want me to
说
tell
可
anyone.
以把这些想法告诉任何人，但是我想
I think you need to
现
know
在的
this
松
at
雪
this
姐
moment.
姐一定非常需要这些话。
Yeah, thank you, Sarah. Thank you
谢
all.
谢你们。寻梦者，
Entropy, let's go.
附近有波幻能反应，要小心哦。多尼戈尔，
多尼鬼，
他在干什么？
What is it doing?
多尼戈尔，
多尼
别在这
鬼，
发
don't
呆
stand
了，
here
快走吧！
daydreaming. Hurry up.
小心待会儿空岛落
You
下
might
来，
end up getting
把你砸
squashed
成空饼
into
干就
dark
好了。
biscuits.
哦，差点忘了。
Oh, as the
作为影子
creation
的
of
造物，
shadows,
你的确
you
不怕
have
这
no
个。
reason to fear it.
多尼戈尔，
多尼鬼， What
你
are
这
you
是在
looking
看什么
at?
啊？
Are you looking for
在找
something?
什么东西吗？
影坛，
The pool of
影
shadows.
坛？那你看着天上做什么？影坛
Then why
不
are
是在
you
我们的
looking
脚
at the
下吗？
sky?
是啊，
You're right. We need to
既然
find the
想要看影
source
坛，
of the pool of
就
shadows.
该到它的源流之处。多么
What a
简单的道
simple
理！
truth. How could I have overlooked it?
你
What do you
学姐
mean?
在说什么
I don't understand.
我怎么一点也听不懂啊？我也听不懂。
I don't understand
不过说它
either.
整只狗的
The
表现都很
Donigui
奇
is
怪。
behaving rather
以地球的
oddly.
经验来说，
On Earth,
这种
such
小
a
动物性
dramatic
情大变的
change
状
in
况，
behavior of
往往
animals
是自然
is
灾害的先
often
兆。
warning of natural disaster. Be quiet
这
if
个
they
都
don't
一边去，别
understand.
在这里胡乱解释。
So
烦
annoying.
死了！哎对，
If
你
you
们不
guys
是要
want to
当
be
什么
world
拯救
saving
世界的大英雄
superheroes,
吗？
stop
那就
wasting
赶紧
time
走吧。
here.
这话是什么意思？
What do you mean?
你
Are you
不
going
是
to
打算临
betray
阵倒戈
us?
吧？
Betray you?
哥，
We're not
开什
even
么
on
玩
the
笑
same team.
我和
Have
你
you
们本
forgotten
来
our
不是
fight
同路
earlier
人，
today?
白天才打过一架，这就忘了。老实讲，
I was only obedient
之前是被
before
那套法
because
器
that
压制，
artifact
我才不
suppressed
得不
me.
让人迷信。
But now that the
但
rite
是
is over,
结束了仪式的现在，我
I
自
am
由了。
free.
知道什么是自由
Do you
吗？
know what freedom is?
无
No
论
matter
我
what I
做什
do
么
or
想什
think,
么，都和
it
你
has
没有
nothing to do
关
with
系。
you.
这里风景好，
I'm here
哎，我
simply
就乐意
because
待
the
在这儿，
scenery is great
懂
and I
吗？
like it here.
嗯。行，别在这儿碍手碍脚。
Don't get in the way. You
哎，算了
forget
现
it,
在。
Hannah.
他
Time
说
is
的
of the
对，
essence.
时间紧迫，
Focus
正
on
事
the
要紧。
priority.
走
Let's
吧。
go. Right.
早该这
You
样。
should have done so
不
earlier.
错。
Fate will find
天
a
要
way.
下雨，娘要嫁人，每个人都有自己该
Everyone
去的
has
地
their own
方。
destination. And I
我也
am
并
no
不例外。
exception.
多尼戈尔这家伙
Donigui
真是
makes
气
me
死
so
人了！
mad.
把那条狗放这不
Is
管
it okay to
没
leave
问题
that
吧？
dog alone? It's fine, just
没
leave
关
it.
系，就让它这样待着吧。它应该
It
不
won't do
会做什
anything
么出格的举
reckless.
动。
Probably.
小心，出发！等等，你们看，
Wait, look.
小心，出发！
That's
那是
the power of the seven
因为
shoes
七
was
数的力量被
undermined,
削弱，
so the 10 faces
狼
of
之的灵
misery
儿
in
失效。
Langqiu is about to lose control.
这火焰亦是与影中意志对抗的一环。
Worry not.
先对付眼前
The
的敌人
flame shall also help
各中
fight
原有
against the will of
待转移到
shadow.
安全之所后，再下
Let's
会向
deal
各
with
位
the
解释。
enemies in front of us first. I'll explain why after we get somewhere safe.
来吧，天上天下，只此一击！ 所以刚才就是。
So that's yes, the island has to face its
迎来
destiny.
了它注定的命运。
等情况平息下来，
Are we heading
我们
back
就
to
返
the
回
Pool
影
of
坛那边吧。
Shadows once things settle here?
不慌，
There is no need to rush. We still
还
have
有时间
time
布
to
置战
decide
术。
our tactics.
对影中意志而
For
言，
the Wheel of Shadow,
消
it'll
解
take
影球的
time to
屏障，
spread the shadow
彻底驾驭 影
sphere
坛的
and
力
control
量，
the power of the
这
Pool
都
of
不是瞬间
Shadows.
能完成的事。别忘了，
Don't forget the
影
power
坛
of
中还存有迅
sacrifice
死的余
in the
威。
Pool of Shadows.
方才
That's
多
why
尼格尔不愿
Donigwe
离
wasn't
开，
willing to
多
leave
半也
just
是与
now.
此有关。
Uncle Litos.
利托斯特平生唯
Lito's
一
sole
的志愿，
aspiration in life
就
was
是
to
在临
sweep
终之
away
际
all
扫
the
尽生
death
前
at the
身后的
moment
诸
of
般
his
陈
death.
词。可惜身为友，
Unfortunately, as his
这一
friend,
愿望我
I
终究
couldn't
无法
help
帮他
him
实
fulfill
现。
that wish. Even now, a
甚至
century
要在这
later,
100年后，
I have to use the remaining
继
power
续
of
借用迅死
sacrifice
残存
to
的力
earn a
量，
slim chance of victory.
才能争取一丝生机。
利托斯特曾说
Uncle Litos once said
他
he
无法
couldn't
真正
really
死
die.
去。
是啊，
He was right.
因为他
Because
所
of
留
the
下的
dust
震
he
撼，
left, his
他
fear
的恐
never
惧
faded away.
从来不曾真正消散。他以自身
The
为
Pool
己
of
所供
Shadows he
养的阴暗，
nourished with his own sacrifice
终究会
will
化作
eventually
噩梦，将
become
他
a
囚困其
prison
中。
around him. He knew
100年
this
之
a
前，
century before.
他就已经知晓。
Master,
师父
I
我
不必伤怀，
don't
松
grieve
雀。
Songque. Aside from
除
his
去
own
自身的愿
desires,
望，
Lito
利托斯
sacrificed
特巡视
himself
影
in the
坛，
Pool of Shadows to
本
curb
就
the
是为了抑制影灾蔓
spread
延。
of the
这一
shadow
切因我而
calamities.
起，
This is
不是
all
你们
because
任
of
何人的
me.
过错。当然
It's
话
not the
虽如
fault of
此，
any of you. However, I don't regret using the Zodiac's
我也
Astral
并不为
Ring.
自己使
If
用过
time
荒
were
唐
to
性质而
rewind
后
to
悔。
that day,
如果时间再次倒回当日，我依然
I
会
would still try to be a human god.
是灯人生。不过，
However, the fact proved
连
that
新甄
even the
嬛也无力
Astral
承受
Ring
影子的
couldn't
本质。
withstand the
只有我
essence
们
of
此才能彻
shadows.
底终结影
If we
灾，
can end the shadow calamity
倒
once
也
and
足
for
以
all,
让人们忘记
people will
迅死
forget
的
the
贡献。
contributions made by Litos.
如此说来，
After a century, we have a real chance to fulfill his wish for the first time.
我们在第一次有了真正能实现他愿望的一个机会。
Yeah. Alright. Reflecting on the past won't solve our problems. The
往日的
fatal
追
battle
思
is approaching,
并不能解
so
决
we
当下
need
的
to
问
fully
题。
prepare ourselves.
关于可能来临的那场死斗，我们还是要做足准备。各位，请随我来。
Everyone, please follow me.
必要的仪式感，
Having a sense of
究竟应
ceremony
当起来。
matters.
也不知道为什么。
我想，
I suppose you understand that our potential enemy
我们
comes
潜
from
在
the
的敌
law
人
of，
它
nature.
来自自然规律本身。我们使出浑身
We've
解
done
数，
our best to
也不过
transform
能
it
将它从一
from
个
a
暗处的
formless
无形之
deity in
事
the dark
转化
into
成
a
明确的
tangible
有形
one
之
in
事
the。light.
我等只是获得了事实的舞
We
台，
now have the chance to slay a deity,
其余一切
but that's
此刻不过是
it,
空
not a
谈。
guaranteed
所
victory.
以，我接下来
So
想
what I
说的
must
是，
remind you
当我
is,
们计划杀死一位神的时候，
what should we pay attention to when we plan to slay a god? Or rather,
我们究竟是想
are
杀
we
死一
trying
位
to
神，
kill a god,
还是想
or
消除一种权力？
erase a form of power? What is authority? Some say it draws people in like bees to honey, but corrupts their hearts. Some say it's like a plague, something intangible but fearsome. Shadows are born from the hearts of humans, as is authority. It witnessed the uprising of the poor, where hundreds were called to action. It also witnessed the fall of a dynasty, where chaos befell everywhere. Mountains can be moved and times change, but authority remains eternally immovable. It has no form or shadow, but bears a hefty weight. It is inherited generation after generation, but shaped differently each time. It is a language, a story. It looks unassuming, but it is civilization's strongest weapon. It appears in thousands of ways and takes on countless different names. But regardless, it will morph into what humans intended to be. Under the brooding sky, the shadow sphere drifted slowly. Upon closer inspection, countless somber blotches writhing with restless energy could be observed. They were intertwined shadows. Within that thick, enclosing shroud of shadows, the life form named Deity silently thrived. At first, it gained the sense of touch. The cool air flowed over its fingertips, and icy droplets slid down its neck. This new life felt its existence for the first time through the wind and the rain. Then came a sense of hearing. The howling of the wind echoed continuously over its ears, carrying countless whispers. Like wishes, obsessions, curses, those were the voices of memory, the imprints of fear gathering. And also a sense of smell and taste. Countless unexperienced feelings, countless calls, and countless prayers intertwined together, pulling and molding her character. Finally, the deity that controlled all authorities in Langqiu opened its eyes.
根源物质看起来倒是很有趣，也许能用来制造一些非常复杂的元件。
Taylor. Nope, totally wrong. She stood in a sea of fabric, looking at the mannequin standing head and shoulders above her. On the mannequin hung a gorgeous gown with a large skirt, cut to measure and impeccably decorated. It was enough to make everyone who saw it search their souls for the right words to describe such beauty. But she was always dissatisfied with it. With scissors and needles and thread in hand, she looked over the mannequin for some time, but could never bring herself to make any changes. Ever since she was introduced to design at a young age, she had shown an amazing talent for it. Now, whether deserved or not, the clothes she designed with her own hands had become quite famous and a hot item among nobilities. But the more it was desired, the less satisfied she felt. It still lacks soul. Delima listlessly tossed the scissors aside. She was absolutely certain that she had done everything to the best of her ability. Every seam, every fold. 1 inch more would be too long, 1 inch less would be too short. So, what was the issue? Suddenly, there was a soft knock at the door. With permission, a maid entered and bowed to Delima. Miss Delima, Mr. Cocker has come to invite you to his family ball. Is that so? Delima lowered her eyes to the hem of the maid's skirt, which she had lifted when she bent down to curtsy. The skirts were the style typically worn by the servants of the Nutrisco family, a smart and classy look. And you've always been good to me, understanding, loyal, and obedient. I like your character. Thank you, Lord Thelema. It's my honor to serve you as well. But from what I hear, that's not how you are among your subordinates. Ordering them around, hitting them, ganging up on them. While I'm not interested in what you all do in private, this duplicitous behavior is the greatest disloyalty to me. And what gives you the license to do this? The jewelry you've stolen from my dresser. Master Thelema, please forgive me. The maid trembled, almost shrinking to a ball. Thelema, however, froze slightly, as if suddenly remembering something. Take off your uniform and forget your status as a servant. Yes, aren't humans such a shallow creature? She ignored the servant girls kneeling and crying and raised her hands to point the mannequin to her side. You, straighten up and change into this gown. I want you to act as my representative to the meeting with Cocker. Anne didn't really understand how her situation had changed so drastically overnight, and yet the elaborate gown gave her some courage. Under Thelema's gaze, she tried to straighten her back and walked through the parlor. That's right. Thelema gave a knowing smile as she looked upon the maid now transformed by the gown. Identity, status, fame, personality. All of them were nothing more than symbols of desire. And aren't these gorgeous dresses the best vessels for desire? What could be a more vibrant mannequin than an actual person? My design can make beautiful 1,000 ugly lives.
只应该规划一下最优路线，记录在行动日志里吧。出发吧，徒步行军也是日常健身的一环。是这边吗？是这边吗？这时候团队作战了，一起上！别客气，火力出击，蓄能完毕。别客气，别走神了，倒计时，各就各位，统统消失。锁定目标。正好，锁定目标。别客气。